Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Today we are going to play Genshin Impact. This is our first
The
time
blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can
doing a
appreciate its true
webcam.
qualities.
So, as for the people who don't know me, hi, I'm Cypher.
Put this to my superiors.
Okay, today we'll be starting with our new map. The new update that has been launched into the Genshin Impact a couple of days ago is the desert map of Sumeru, the continuation of that. Let's start with the story mode first. So we have our Archon quest, the main quest. After that, following the story quest. Let's jump first into the Archon quest. Give me a second. Yeah, sure. So we have a lot of wish also stored for
Let's
right,
continue our chat here.
but we are not currently wishing.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me. Have you already caught the sage's attention? I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. No way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get caught? No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve
Thank you,
innocent
receiver,
students in
for
this.
the message.
A single mistake could completely ruin
Just give
their
me a second.
lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing? That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't
So
know
those who are
anything about
left
their goals,
behind for the
any
previous
rash move could
Archon
tip them
quest,
off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their
we are
hostages.
still not wishing in this chat. I need to save the wish for the new Archon. She's still not yet in this banner. I think she will be in the next few after 3.2 or 3.3 update. Let's wait for that. Currently saving it up for it.
Rejecting
The last
practical
wish.
motions at
Hi,
the
Aninda.
beginning of a
Welcome to the
planning
show.
session will give more weight to the actual proposal. Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously. Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the
So
sages.
this is not the real girl talking. The Archon has the ability to possess people.
It could work.
So she's talking through
Before
her.
coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes.
So the current Archon is the lesser Kushida. The greater Kushida is the one, the real Archon, but she is dead. So she made her the next Archon. She is still not yet a complete Archon, but we hope that at the end of this complete Archon chapter, she will be a full-fledged Archon. Let's see this.
You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu. I've always always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the
Just give me a
opportunity to
second.
serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert,
There is some
she
power
shone like
issue
the
with
brightest star
my
in the night sky.
camera.
Later on,
Let me
she
check
was
the
chosen
other
by the sun.
things.
The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver, instead of staying beside. But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research
Just
opportunities
give me
here.
a second.
But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Okay, so we are back.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem. She's suppressing a lot of guilt. Before she
Some is
realized
just
it,
assured
she
that
had already
we
become
can
right.
see.
That way, from my past tomorrow afternoon to prepare.
Okay.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about...
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
talking style and key?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects, no problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... many tens of thousands of years? Impossible. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination?
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is, suboptimal.
Is that so? Well,
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and
He was actually correct. Traveler is kind of a immortal. So he usually jumps
Is
space
this
and
another one of
time
Setaria's
to
favorite
find a
spots?
home. That's how they came into
Yeah,
this world
It
to
belongs
find a
to
home,
its
but
home. His far
They went
start
into a
talking
fight
to
with
them.
a certain god. We still haven't revealed
dear
his name and
customers,
everything.
would you like to look at some?
We caught wind of
And
I
that god
recognize
sent
Aren't you Miss
one of
Catherine
the
from the
siblings
Adventurers
in the
Guild?
past 500 before,
Speaking of,
500
I
years before,
suppose you
and
could
the
say.
other one
After
into
that,
the
I began
future.
making pottery.
That's nice. You're making a living.
Oh no, not anymore.
I see. We wish I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy. All our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Okay, this is going to take some time.
This should be our final stop. Sitaria's
final
always
stop.
thinking of this restaurant when she's working at...
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
This Paimon character is favorite for our
Hi there.
receiver.
I feel like I've
She
seen you
likes
down by
this
the docks
Paimon
before.
character.
Huh? Sorry, if I recall, you were having a discussion with...
That's right! After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and... But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an
Our
admirable
receiver
spirit
is
for
full on
learning.
fire, I think.
Amazing!
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First time?
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time,
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well,
Thank you so much. As long as I...
Need to fight, let's fight!
So, was that a...
Mm-hmm. Sitaria's already... I remember that you meant... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of her...
Oh, Paimon! Although she knew she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
The people of the desert, they are actually talking about the new map.
Well, the Scarlet King is long
Increase the
gone.
face cam
And
video
Sitari
size.
is also
I
too
think so.
smart
I
to
can
fall for
increase it,
innocent
but it will
tricks.
start covering
If
up
we
the
simply
below lines.
engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers,
You need
she
it.
would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere.
Will this be okay?
But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted
You
to the
need
faith
light
of the
as
Scarlet
well.
King. And then convey our made-up will
Okay,
of the
then.
Scarlet King.
You need lights,
long as
then I will
everything
get
goes
you more
smoothly,
lights.
We'll get through to Sitaria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form.
Is this
I'm
lights
guessing
enough?
It'll only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck?
That's no problem
Is
at
this
all.
lights enough?
I'll just share all their senses with you.
So
once
OBS
I-
and Streamlabs have
As long as
almost
you're
exactly
also
the
wearing
same
the Akasha
pictures.
terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't
Thanks,
you do it
Rob.
yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to...
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now,
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
alright, then let's give it a go.
How much bigger is it? It's already too big, right? I don't want to cover the contents. Wait, huh? It already seems like a good amount. Any more than this will start covering up the. Afternoon, acha 12 to 18, sorry. Just 4 hours more. Hmm. I was just putting out there, if you like the stream, please like,
Here she
subscribe and
comes.
share.
Let's quietly follow her.
Just for the small
When she
update,
starts
I
talking to her
am
acquaintances,
Cypher, not
we'll find a safe
Receiver.
spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to
Okay,
say.
so everyone needs a bigger face cam.
I'm
Just
starting
give
to
me
feel
some
kind of
time.
nervous. Okay, let's go.
I don't know, this is too big, bro.
Let's
It's
find a
getting
hiding
actually
spot.
too
Get
big.
started.
I don't think so. This big of a face cam is actually good.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little... Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Was that their name?
So,
Don't
which
remember.
fortune do you want me to read for
Don't
you
remember.
today?
No, but the
You must
those
have
were
come
the
for
names.
another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all.
So
The gods will
currently,
reveal the truth.
the person possessed this character is Traveler through her power.
The gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you...
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand...
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness.
Left.
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a
Hey.
specific god who's speaking to you right now?
Left. Are you sure you can keep it left?
What an inconsiderate
Come on,
and naive
man.
question. The god who is speaking
Okay,
to me
now
is, of
let's
course,
end this.
the wisest
Okay.
and mightiest of all. The Scarlet
Not
King.
anymore.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me.
Not anymore
Wait a
update.
second. The
For
Scarlet King
Genshin.
passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the
On
Scarlet
the
King's
cam, otherwise
resurrection
I'm
has been
turning on
spreading
the
like
cam.
wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you...
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harvard-taught theories. In any case,
Just give me a
my
second.
time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria.
He's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
Okay, let's go possess another guy. Because that's what life is.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants? I still remember getting mad at you for secretly throwing away the bonsai that I gave you as a...
You see, a friend told
at
me
the
that
same
the secret
time.
to self-improvement is to work...
Fair enough. I didn't think that was something you would consider. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him.
Ooh.
If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos, and has begun to spread. He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who...
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming, but once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything.
Here's now another one.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan.
So, Shishan, have you, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
So
In
those who
reality,
don't
shouldn't
know,
you be the
the
one who's
academia they are
ashamed?
talking about
You,
is
who
actually the
works
things
side
they
by
are
side
wearing
with
on
the
the
academia
ears.
and
This
treating
design, as you
people
can
as
see,
nothing
they
more than
developed the
experimental
thing like the people
subjects?
who have seen Dragon Ball Z. It's like that
Please
kind of thing. You
stop!
can see information of the something. But that thing is
Even
putting
you,
everyone to
Victoria's still
sleep
trying
and
to
having a
uncover
constant
problems.
sleep. So
She can no
they
longer
are
justify
continuously
everything to
sleeping and
herself.
repeating the same night
Hey, she's
again
trying
and
to
again,
talk to the
same day
gods.
again and
What should
again
we
in
do?
their dreams
This
and
is the
never
most
waking up.
important part of all. Quick,
That
get
was
ready.
because of their
Mercenary,
instrument.
you're a member of the Core of 30, correct?
So
Please
currently
help me
only
pass
few
a message to the
people,
Watcher right away. The situation
the
in the city is
Traveler
getting out of control.
and
Try
Paimon
and
and
remain
few others are
harmless.
able to
Tell me
disable
what's happening in
these.
the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
She is still
The Scarlet
supporting
King!
the.
Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it,
She is one of the
tighter
developer of
Academia's
that
grasp on you will become, and the
logo.
deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the
Nah,
Scarlet King.
Sataria,
nah, nah.
haven't you gone
Like
home?
Genjutsu. Maybe, who knows?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in it. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to...
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not
Maybe,
important.
maybe
The
not.
important
Who
thing
knows?
is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to
Okay,
correct
the
their mistakes.
people who wants to learn
If you
more
could
about the
provide some assistance in
Genshin,
this matter,
there is a
perhaps
manga
it could
for
serve as a
Genshin which
form
is
of
running way
atonement.
ahead of the story of the game.
I've actually never believed in
Okay,
the
according to
gods.
the
I've
developers,
always
the
believed in
complete game
serendipity.
story will be covered
Her
in 5
appearance
years
must be
total
a
of.
fated opportunity for me to get out of this
I
wretched
think so. We
situation.
are already
Please
in the
tell me,
second year,
what can I do? I was
or we
just one
might
of the
be
designers for the
completing
mass
second
dream
year
harvest
within
scheme.
few months.
But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that I've just been working to meet the Grand Sages. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city. And
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work.
it should
Yeah,
be possible if I'm willing
boring.
to take some
Listen,
risks. After all, I'm an assistant. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them.
yeah, okay, yeah, the things that they are wearing on their ears is known as Sakasha.
Let's use the...
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the academia again. It'll be...
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully...
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible
Tendo
for
Archon
judging
is the
and
one
guiding
that
scholars.
is been currently possessing
Maybe it's
Ashida.
time for me to find a god to believe in.
Yes,
Peter
yes.
predicted. We've managed to bring Sataria to our side. The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the... Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening... Pray?
Ah,
If we're going to pray to the gods...
that is why I said now we will be streaming for 30 years. I can keep streaming if you want me to skip the
The truth is
dialogues.
the true guardian...
We can skip. I am trying to skip a dialogue in between so that to wait until the following night. Okay. The Oregon.
A blade in...
Catherine, we're here!
Yes, Kiko, this
That's
is the
right.
Archon quest.
I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Welcome to the stream,
We're
Kiko.
honest? Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a if something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard. Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course.
No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if the...
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out...
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But not...
Well, regardless.
Okay, it seems like there will be a fight. What is it?
Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Why do I feel like it's a trap? Oh.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so
Academia,
myself.
okay, they are controlling
The
everyone.
outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
He's been controlling
people of
everyone through
Sumeru City.
Akasha.
What have you done to them?
I simply
so
made
this is
some
something
minor
that I cannot
adjustments
skip
to
in
their
it to
Akasha
watch.
terminals.
There is
Now
no
they can
option for
deposit
skip also.
information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no! What should we do? These are all just regular people!
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Hey, right on mark.
This should be far enough. Is the Hida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like... yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, but what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. You mean... oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some even though he turned it down at the time. There's no time to lose. Let's...
Okay.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating family. We've got you all right. Take a look around.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru.
The outcast? An outcast from the Academia? But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
You're up, traveler!
Solidify! This is order!
Whirling snow!
That's close enough.
Go!
I'll be back.
What the hell he is hitting?
Stabilize.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Is there
yeah,
really
that
Yeah.
might be the issue. I
this
don't
one-
exactly know that.
Going up against smart people is tough.
Let's hope. Do you want me to turn off the music? Yeah, sure.
It's nice to see you again. Are you...
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My LSR has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Kale.
Night zone. Scheduled for night.
Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Yeah, I cannot see your
Master
face.
Tainari? You just left the NVIDIA forest a little while ago.
I'm fine,
He
I'm
was headed to
fine.
Party's DI.
I have been a lot
I thought it was weird too.
of time
Master
away,
Tainari
so
always
it's hard for
prioritized-
me
no,
to
I only
determine
found
who exactly it
it to
is.
leave and
Master
Maybe
know that
Vesifer
before
will
becoming a forest
identify you.
watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Party's DI.
A research base, huh? Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Got it. Will do.
Come on, man. The Archon quest is still Sumeru. I'm a person with a job, bro. I need to
Thank goodness you're
work.
okay. We were so worried about you.
I have been lately going through traveling a lot because of my job, so I'm not able to even play the games yet alone stream.
Plus,
So instead of me, the Rahul or Ultralight Receiver and Indian are covering
Feels
up
like
the
only the
stream.
real Nahida could come up with
Sorry
such
for
an
that.
obscure...
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened.
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix.
हाँ मुझे
Luckily, I met...
मुझे हिंदी आती है
I
समझ
wouldn't
में.
be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals.
Would that mean they'd no
Nah.
longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the academia, so it's possible he already started. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's comment
Yes,
alone
maybe.
is apparent.
We shouldn't give up hope.
So it will
just
be
yet.
like, oh, Tanmay
Let's
Bhatt is
try to
streaming
find
from
another
Fancy
way
Gaming
to
account.
attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for...
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
I'm waiting for the Vesifer to do the face stream as he's been forcing me a lot since I finally bought the camera, but I have not been doing the stream. Face cam stream, he's been forcing me a lot to do the face cam stream. Finally, then I did today. I want to see him doing the face cam stream.
Traveler?
Hey, Vesifer.
Voice! It's Hypatia!
You talk about the devil and the
What a
devil is here.
surprise. It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the NVIDIA forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the... Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Paripurna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with.
You did it! Congratulations!
Receiver, let's see.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime.
So, should I figure that you will be coming to my house to do the live stream?
What a supreme and unparalleled experience that was!
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to do it, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me.
Let's
This
see.
is still a.
And that means Indian might also be coming.
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish.
Okay,
As for the receiver your update, I have
Ready?
started to drive the car on regular basis. So I think so we can go somewhere right now. I have enough experience and handle over my current car. Yes, yes. No, he does. Because she is controlling the humans, right? That is
The
why.
world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
So today I came to cover with the car, Rahul.
Will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator.
Shogun?
My mother.
Raiden Shogun? What the
Valued
betray?
strength above all. She saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human.
Yeah, I am also learning about them first time. Let's see the story. Keep quiet.
Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic. Alas, shame. If only.
She's following a wrong person
That
then.
which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
Fuck that. It doesn't look good.
I'm afraid this is no Paripurna life, but rather.
Ah! You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone I found divine wisdom? Shouldn't I receive?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Yep.
Something isn't right.
Another fight. Another one. Okay, seems like they have their own fight schedule. Whoa. Okay, so this Genshin this time is getting too intense. After so long they release updates and it is way across the previous update.
Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait,
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the... After that, Kainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said,
Hey, no,
the
I'm
doctor has found a way to
bro,
track
wait, bro. In the middle of
can't journey with you anymore.
event, yaar.
But even in a moonless night, a
I'm in
shower
the
of
middle of
starlight
event,
can
bro.
still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Achha, okay, you are asking for a teapot.
Who
Okay,
was
then
the
you can
moon
request.
illusion?
Sorry.
Didn't Nahida use a
Just pass the
starlight
request
analogy
again.
before? It had something to do with Sataria.
I didn't saw the teapot request.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who is occupying the Traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
What?
Do you have any So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the NVIDIA force because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dia. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusa, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new...
Lesser Lord Kushida is again Nashida, the Dendro one.
We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds... From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to but then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you,
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully
Okay. There's a lot of primogems. Once the Archon comes, most likely you will see me wishing, but not right now, so... Okay, we are slowly moving towards new map. Let's see whether we will be able to get into the new map today.
we finally made it to So, oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Okay, this is also one of the good characters. Al-Haytham. I don't know.
Over here.
So, if I say one of the good characters, means one of the good characters who is very good.
Wonder what he's up to.
Very good to play, just like Ayaka's brother. What is the name? Ayato. Well, let's see.
Where did he go? How did we lose him?
More Aramite mercenaries? How are they working?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal fate. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I...
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Haytham. We never thought we'd run into
Okay,
you.
Al-Haytham.
Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think...
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes research. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all?
Oh, Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the no matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you.
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have it.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more reason.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Okay, finally to the new map. It's time. So the new map is a desert-based concept. Okay, I have listened that it's quite interesting and a very well-built castle and everything. Let's hope that we see something good. And why is it my Nagi meat? Yeah, I don't want to fight right now. Okay, so the fight is started.
Solidify!
Busted.
Have a little taste.
My apologies. Time to go.
Hunter.
वो ना इसी मर जा रहे हैं.
Take flight.
अरे
Hunting rare and exquisite treasures.
this guy, बाप रे यार. I still didn't believe this guy has the power to knock. Kizar221, hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, and here comes our Nightbot. Okay. Seems like if we want to travel this whole area, we only have 2 teleports. So I will try to completely unlock this map. We'll see to it later.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is...
Thank God I can unlock the map before only. Since we just started, but I wouldn't have got a chance to do it. I think so. I need to change the title from Genshin game to Genshin anime.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the mock.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Hatham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General
So the current Sumeru
Mahamatra's
method
son,
they have mostly
head of
taken
all
from
the
the
mantra at the
Sanskrit
Academia.
words.
He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Hatham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back.
Has Al-Hatham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Hatham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retreat.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
He hid it.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's... If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Look at the people who miss she's a bodyguard of a person, a noble person from Sumeru city.
Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's... Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of... It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally...
Okay.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just...
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Someone's calling for us! Oh,
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work?
All right, stop yelling.
well, this... Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief.
I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets...
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better equipped, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observed, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolute... So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the...
Oh! On second thought, Paimon may have mistaken Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right,
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide. So there's no shame in while Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious... Rather...
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and... As General Mahamatra, I had the response... I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were careful. I began to realize that they were cautious. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the Sage.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the Sages. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the Sages had a chance to... I will never give up on this investigation.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less... Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between... The Sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you...
What?!
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we just...
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Al-Haytham?!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me.
A most enticing...
Unfortunately, those academics, their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, that divine knowledge indeed exists. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborate. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary. Incapable...
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance. You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to answer me this. Did the sages share?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I.
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your... And now you, Dia. I believe it's your...
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking... My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler, and is current... I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking for... But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument.
Is that all? Well, I will admit...
That's more like it. I missed you all...
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures?
A
Okay.
sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as...
Come on, we need to see the fight.
Winds died down. That means Candace still isn't back.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting...
Okay. It's like she's in trouble. Let me mark this since not right now, but I will be coming to take. Till then, let me collect some world quest also, which we will be completing most likely tomorrow. Stream today still it is not at the end. Yeah, come on, boring. Should have marked and kept instead of accepting. Yeah, so these are actually the low level world quests which don't even have the voice lines. So I don't want to bore you all with this. Let's keep it aside for now and just move toward the Archon quest.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted.
It's been...
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Hey, I'm not fighting, bro. Hey, this is wrong, bro. Yeah, I don't like.
My apologies. Kamisato out. Sumeru!
I will have order.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Easy.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and... I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become... Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got—
Village keeper? Who are they?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days...
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with...
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate...
Oh, you're the former General Mahama...
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these... But, is it really a good idea to tag...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. Let's start by finding a spot...
Okay. Let's accept this world quest also for once. Just give me a second. Because once we accept as we are moving, it's easier. I don't know. Come on, bro. You're just a small world quest. Why are you taking such a long time just to give me a quest? Nope. Okay, so this is actually the big quest. I have considered it wrong. Okay, yeah. Golden Slumber, world quest. Okay, the mark was of world quest, right? So actually there are Archon quest, then comes the story quest, then world quest and the normal quest.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our... One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident.
You cannot, bro. You cannot get...
exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to... Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village, was preparing to take everyone. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouched despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. All the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continue?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said,
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the...
if you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you... So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely...
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro, the academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali. And in addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should I...
I've spent many years in
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the...
That look in your eyes. How can this be? To think. Our Archon...
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this, but easier said than done. Especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Is your grandpa...
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just...
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you...
Grandpa is just I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take...
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was. But...
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find...
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right.
Come on.
Sino is super fit.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the... Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his... Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore... However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak... One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling Grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the next morning. Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleeping. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" or...
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the... It's also my...
Yeah, this is boring.
Maybe the people...
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are more...
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you, We've cleared everything up. Really? Yeah!
Alright.
Okay, chapter 3, part 3.
Excuse me.
You mean the village keepers? Oh, I was eating dinner the other day.
Okay.
Anything else?
Okay, now this will involve large killing bunch of peoples.
The scholars that... Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them...
Yeah, I was trying to remove it. We'll try it next time, okay? It's actually a focus point.
Grandpa?
I'm still new on.
It's little Isak. You mean that... He was actually... It still feels pretty... Well, whatever.
I will try to remove that.
Always be
I have removed all of them, but there's still one point exists. I don't know why. I still need to find out.
Sir?
Whoa! The last time I...
Oh, yeah.
I've known you since...
Wow, what okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Carlos, what? What the fuck is he? Where should I follow him?
Take it easy.
अरे यार. The character is currently involved in other project. Let me press again. The exile in spotting. We need to complete the another quest. Okay, the quest that we have
Need me to come up with some for you?
and here. Okay, then what should I do here? Now the question is this. Okay, I have this. Maybe I need to switch to the Nintendo character. Yeah. Where is our traveler?
This world is...
Yeah. So the people who don't know about the visions, so vision are like a locket or pendant that everyone carries. Okay, they all have a specific character like Dendro, Electro, Pyro means fire, Creo means ice, Hydro means water. This every kind different kind of things. But Traveler doesn't carry one. He has since he is not from this world, he is not
see if you
from
can
the
make
same
out what they're
concept of it.
saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but...
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged skull. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared?
Huh. Now that you say...
Exactly. Those city folks...
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his back.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet...
Well, I only know a few...
Hey!
It's true. It's all true, sir. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? Delavar also said that once...
Is that...
Seems like he still wants...
Got it! Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning...
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but...
Where is this radical person?
I haven't run into him over the...
No, not...
Sounds like you're not too...
No, of course.
I have many ways, so you'd best just... Don't do anything.
Yes.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrible. He didn't try to reassure us at all.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a mod. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong link. Very well.
Let me...
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there.
Is it? I'm not able... Yeah. Okay, so this is the house. Come on, man. I need to follow it. Shit, yaar, these people,
Grandpa, he likes
चलो
to
चलो
be alone.
फॉलो नहीं करेगा तो फिर
Stares at the
अच्छा वो भी
sky
करनी है
and
क्या
dancing.
ओके
Other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the...
let me mark here. Finally, Bapre.
Well, this is... There sure isn't much here.
They are putting up every small efforts to just make the...
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one. But are you okay? Are you...
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day.
So, you know
Huh? You know him too?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No, no need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a skull.
Also, look for the clues. Didn't find any. Okay, the mushroom.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the traces have been completely buried from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the
Huh? So you can lure someone away with... Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their... even deep within the clutches of madness.
No.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better help.
Let's head to Aruville.
Let's travel fast.
Right. The darker fabric.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like...
Oh, Dia's here!
You bet. Sup?
Reasonably.
I'll hate the...
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the...
Did you find out anything useful? I see.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you... Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. It seems someone from beyond the...
Makes sense.
So what...
If it was any other day, didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well...
If Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it,
They are gonna Scarlet King
chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of...
Tia! You're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering it.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right...
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. The desert is unforgiving. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no... I need to go around and ask some questions. Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Come on. Oh, back to the city.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was... Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sands? It was only after I grew up that I realized. The Wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep... Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No, not it. Besides, we're here.
Yep, we got.
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful. Our mission started the moment we arrived. Let's go check out the tavern. Just our luck.
You mean, you don't...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking?
We've had drinks together. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they?
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So.
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have.
I've got a spice trading deal from another...
Ah, how thoughtful.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my...
Okay. Just a second, I will be back. Yes, so I am back. Sorry, just was a bit busy.
there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't? Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also...
So, you've been watching us?
Uh-oh.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd...
So you and Delavar have been...
Dia, I guess it... But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Let me mute.
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of...
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by...
Enough talking! Get him!
Okay. You wanna fight, then fight. I have the
expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
A new punching bag. Stabilize!
Such an easy?
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing you're informant, and of course you would... Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. That's what you thought.
You lie.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all... Okay,
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
no task can be done without preparation.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries.
Oh, you mean the...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Alcohol has a way of making people...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of...
Wait, so he's a radical too?
Yep.
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild
Wow, what a genius idea!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
Hmm? About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. This should be all of them.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace, do you need any...
Candace will be okay on her own. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Nah, I'm not traveling. Just switch of the time.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
The missing. Wait until the next morning. Next morning, right? So this is the next morning. Okay, she's here.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time. Well,
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends?
we've known each other for some time now.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong... Us mercs, on the other hand...
Well, Paimon thinks you...
Really? Thank...
Oh, Cyno's here.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Let's see what kind of technique they have for each other.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still...
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure...
Yes. Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Cyno taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. And some even count them. You come here to
Mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers. The people of Aru Village care little. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know, please.
I'm listening.
You might not believe. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and...
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. I'm not...
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of...
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know any...
2.
He wants to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy... You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Okay. And
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you. That guy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
been 2 hours. We are still in the middle of the arc.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak... Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village. It strikes me now that...
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keep. They were the one.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of... Regardless.
You're right. Time to go. Let's leave the village.
Yes. Pack.
You got it. Candace?
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
There is a copyright message receiver. Please look into it because of the songs. I don't think so. There will be, but still, it's better.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have to do.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly... Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it...
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clear... Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna... Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with...
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're...
While you were investigating, I had my...
Really? Paimon doesn't...
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important...
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But...
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell?
You mean, some of...
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their... Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious.
Right.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she...
I think it's been a few days.
Remember?
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then, why would...
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for what...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Okay, let's go. Tuck, tuck.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her
I think so.
trust.
I'm running low on the battery. Okay, let me change the battery for my camera.
May I call you Traveler?
Just a second.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my... And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes...
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to...
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard but because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Give me a second, I'm almost done. Yes, sorry guys, we are back. I haven't charged my battery. Didn't thought I needed to. My mistake.
Take it easy.
Hey, no. Don't do this, don't do this. Not below, not below. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape. Ah, monsters! Watch out!
Let me go, bro. Here this is.
This is
here
order.
it is. And yep, done. Okay, so there is another one. Mm-hmm. Okay, now this is also reinforcement.
Scatter! Spring forth!
Busted.
Higher, higher, hands on fire! They were easier to deal with than Paimon. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is
I'm
the
on
one.
keeps on joking. See, this is the vision. The pendant or medal you can see in every character. The people who doesn't have this vision are the normal people aside from the traveler.
Let's go in and take.
And only one vision can be used by the same person and he cannot keep changing it. But then only in a Shogun event Kazuha was able to use his friend, the one who that Kazuha is actually
Until then,
what was that anemo, that is wind type,
I'm taking a break.
but his friend was electro. In the fighting Shogun, he was able, for a instance, he was able to his friends.
Okay, sure.
But then the vision, his friend's vision got
So-
disintegrated.
Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from
Are you
here?
people be able to hear?
Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below. Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they Oh, I Looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Okay, so it exported me outside. Okay. But why? Why did he exported me outside? I was inside, right? Okay, there is something in here for which I need a key. Is this door any useful? No. Nothing. No keys here. There is nothing here. Investigate the elemental momentum. Achha, okay, elemental. So this is the one which is already unlocked. 3 more. Okay, found the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. Okay, so here is the second one, and if I'm not wrong, the upstairs one might have been unlocked, or it is still locked. I don't know. Okay. Some new characters.
Things are about to get dicey.
I will have order.
Ooh. Hey. Just a mushroom, bro. Why this mushroom is so strong?
Time to go.
Oh, what? The slime? Oh, fuck.
Scatter!
Gotcha.
Gather!
Let's see whether you can pierce.
Propagate!
Just emergency notice. Food diary. Anything else? Nothing. A weak shift.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see...
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the...
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about—
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a.
Loaded.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding. The symptoms are identical.
Huh? What?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention.
Correct. The Academia. It isn't difficult to deduce their ration. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing these rumors were all the persuasion that the Radicals needed, as well as being able to exploit the Radicals for their life. For the Desert Dwellers has been brutal ever since. Many would give everything they, even if complications arise. The notion of an Academia plot.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But there's still one thing.
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. An exile is still patently. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them.
Resource? For what?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be
Extracted? You mean?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they.
So, the human brain.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him.
Hyman's a little confused.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, however, I can't help but wonder. What do the Academia is going out of their way to look for? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the Divine Knowledge Capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects.
Sounds like you're really against all.
Of course. Whether it be academics or not, this matter needs to be correct.
Wait! Didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru.
Probably not.
You can say that. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy. Uniqueness is also an.
Wow, that's a great way to.
I'm just a more likable person. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after.
Okay. Too long for our conquest. I basically would have skipped most of the talk. Only heard the specific parts. I'm still skipping it because I'm reading it. But still.
You must be tired.
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people.
So, at one point in time,
Pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village. Almost as if they knew.
Yeah. Why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts.
Huh? Are our friends?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next word.
It is simply a logical inference.
So what you're saying is... interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, if you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to.
The academia is.
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have every so often comes on Yagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of an.
You're saying that the academia entered mine, but what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't.
The Akasha is capable of The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow.
It predicted my every.
The academia has been watching you longer than.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves.
They escaped because of.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they were.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety.
Oh, so that's how it is. Paimon gets it now.
Yeah, she gets it,
Trying to
everything.
avoid Sino, then the safest place would be. Yep, that's.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
Yeah, this
want
kid
to
will
go
fight.
too.
I want to find
Idiot.
Grandpa. I promise.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you!
She cannot even. Yeah.
It feels like we're missing someone.
Okay, I don't think so. We can complete this. Okay, Rahul, if you are here, can you confirm me at what time you will be streaming? So we are having a Dragon Ball stream after this, guys. Please stay tuned for that also. Let me delete this mar. Nothing. और ऊपर जाना है क्या? चलो. No Clash Royale stream. Okay. Can we have a confirmation at what time do we have a
Yes.
Clash Royale stream?
After leaving the
Jessica,
village, we should head straight toward the
if you're available.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep.
Just need to mark that so that I can.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there, it looks like it's been.
Rahul, can you confirm and say me the time?
These are likely fragments of an academia developed. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way. Let's split up and search the area. Chances...
Is this what we're searching?
This is definitely a device used to extract divine...
How did it end up buried in the sand? I can't... They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait.
Okay.
Grandpa.
I need to finish then in case of 3
The
yards.
sack didn't display any signs of...
We should be able to catch...
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Then I think so I will
Let's keep
be,
going.
just to complete
Can't
this,
have gone
I
far.
think so I will be streaming for the next few days for this complete event. And I don't want to go.
Sand is so tiring.
You are flying!
You're flying, aren't you?
Okay, yes.
Is flying over sand tiring too? Ugh, of course it is!
What page? Just to unlock teleport, I need to climb that high.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Sorry, I cannot move and do
Really good
anything.
ears.
Wait, now.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Well, look who's here.
This complicates...
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the Dia. You'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You...
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your...
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live...
It's not too late yet. The village keep...
Oh,
Mad
in the
scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet
background.
King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the...
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Filthy traitors. You're...
It's impossible to Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you wanted...
Precisely. Any wise
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars.
Think you can talk?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means.
You were the scribe.
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the academia.
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a...
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me?
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their Come on, Raman, don't be a coward.
And what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs.
You're not wrong, but
let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even...
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
This many people, they can easily take them down.
You don't have to go
That's not for you to decide.
Do it! Stop!
Hey, he was not even going to hit it, bro. He was sliding or not upset.
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave.
Phew. I was really counting on him not go-
Dia! That was crazy!
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out-
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. Even if we got rid of one-
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find-
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, let's get moving.
We have more 20 minutes. We're back to square one. Wait, भाई नीचे आ भाई.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak?
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay, let's go.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday.
Fine.
Hey. Okay. So we'll be traveling in that direction. Maybe while going we can unlock 3 different teleports. Hey, bug.
Like a lamb to the slaughter. Like a lamb to the slaughter.
चुप रहे. What green smoke? Go get a monster truck, bro. We will be driving in this. Ask the Hololabs to add the monster truck. Get lost.
You are not welcome.
Hey.
Busted. Take it easy.
Okay. Teleport is in front of me.
Take it easy.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can get a nap in this weather.
Shut up. What is this? That's a one giant aspect structure. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me have some. Okay, okay. I will change this with Shogun.
Stay close and you will live.
And damage now.
Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Let's go.
Take it easy.
Hello, Azure. Hello, Azure. Welcome to the stream. I'm more of a AWS guy than Azure. Thank God. This kind of things here should be there for every place. The second part is unlocked. The final part is only left. Yep, yeah, the small part is left. If I go straight from here, I can most likely unlock the final, but let's first unlock the Acha, okay, I'm in the middle of the animation now. Let me unlock the complete map in this stream. Then we'll continue with the I can see the Is that an enemy or just a bird? Must say they have taken a very good and extensive care. This is not even at a highest resolution still. The dash they are showing the different. The details in this are pretty good. The final part of the map. Okay, this is the current complete map. This is the main, the the Scarlet King's temple, you can say. Okay, let's continue with our quest.
Take it easy.
Let me just go and for now replace his
A pleasure to be working.
Oh, this doesn't look good. No matter how you see this. Sayu, I think so. Sayu was required. On. What? Hey, just ahead, bro. Okay, we are finally here. So as I said, we will be unlocking a complete map today, and we did not all the teleport, but all the statues.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer people.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man.
It's a one-for-one and let me put it this way. Agree.
You stay right there.
Okay. It seems. Enjoy.
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
That's a dendro.
Paimon.
This day's going
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro archon.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, the symbols on the gate belonged to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. It could have been an underground palace in the distance.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet.
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here with us. Most of them seem in really bad shape.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict.
He's not actually gonna...
As it happens, I want to take a look and...
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in God.
Indeed. In my view, new discoveries are always worth...
Raman, what are you gonna do?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people.
Okay, so we are going inside. And how? Too many. So we need ice that we have. We need arrow.
Is it time for me to join you?
We need electro.
The campaign begins.
I will be taking this. I don't know whether I should take healer or not, but if it is... you know what? Let's keep the ice aside and let's go with this. Okay, we need ice. Let's go with...
I'm here.
I'll be taking a healer. My same team composition that I have been using in between for the long time. Let's see what we can do with this.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked...
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so...
Sir Raman.
Huh?
Do you...
Are you mocking me?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly...
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Hey! Is the greater Lord Kushniga the greater the Scarlet King? Okay, it open. Okay, it looks like someone has completed the event. You better not spoil it for me, bro. I need to fail the ultimate.
There is no Life goes on.
Okay. So let's move down here. Anywhere else?
Time for takeoff. Shine down.
I took this.
Rise. Absurd.
Oh, but
Inazuma shines eternal.
if you want that, then have it, bro. Cheating, huh?
Brace yourselves.
What the? Glitch! I got glitched.
Higher, higher, hands on fire.
Come on, Genshin Impact. Sorry. Come on, Genshin Impact. Fix this, bro. How did I went inside if I'm not able to go inside, bro? What the hell? Don't even know whether I'm going to the right place or not. But still, it is the new place.
Think you can get away? Illusion shattered.
What? Okay, so these mushrooms are a lot bigger than others. Mid-range boss. Then I don't think so there is anything here. What's this? Okay, not any of these are getting open. Aside from this, there is something. Okay. Then let's go up only. After 6 days in I finally understand the priest parlor trick. The elevator descend to the ground, get on top of it before it start ascending again to reach the dome. Okay. So I need to get on top of that. Will it go up again? Okay, I glitched through elevator. Acha, okay, I understood. What we need to do is to let the elevator go down first, then call it back up and go. Okay.
There is no escape. Let's play. Go. Huh?
हम नॉकबुक कितना ज्यादा है इनका. Oh, that was nice, bro. Done? Okay, it's going underground now. Once I complete this domain, I will be exiting it. So receiver, please stay tuned for more.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Okay, now it seems like a boss. Nope, nope.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These.
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving.
You can read ancient Scarlet Kings?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated.
Ooh, okay.
The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Sorry.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
Give me a second, just.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this. You'll understand after watching it.
Okay. So guys, the camera is dead again. I need to charge.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Rahul, the lesser lord, is actually the greater lord. She has exhausted all her power and became in that form.
So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies.
But this doesn't...
Was that the former Dendro Arch?
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not... The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our... We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for my... How could I ever begin to accept this?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of your...
Dia, my Aramites and I. What are we even fighting?
Hey, how you...
I'll live. I should probably go.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're but please, give me some time.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow. And
You seem to finally understand.
Yes.
That must have been rough. But he...
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King. But now that that's changed, I guess we...
The outcome,
We should get going too. Let's head back. Have a...
I think so this ends the arc. That is this guy.
Stop yelling.
This guy thinks so is the from Long List family of that movie. Okay, so with this we are ending our what you can say the stream today. We have a stream for a very long time. Thank you guys for staying with me for such a long time and watching the stream. Please like, subscribe and share for more Genshin stream. If possible, I will stream tomorrow, or else every day I will upload some part of the Genshin Impact. I will record the video that what I have been doing in the stream in the following events and will upload as the normal video. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe and share.